Hi, wonderful Capricorns. I hope you had a beautiful birthday month. I hope you had a lot of fun and had some rejuvenation, felt like a fresh start. Came back to yourself. Now, February. This is a good month for housekeeping. Taking stock. Looking at the bigger picture. And having some fun, I think, even. Looking at the details. Maybe that seems like it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. But I think Capricorns, you can appreciate the fine art of looking at the details. Combing through the details. Paying attention to how it's done. We all have to do that, right? We got to take some time throughout the year and take stock. Now, you're doing that a little bit in January, admittedly. You know, I think this month it's more of a forward-looking taking stock. Whoa, a card just flew out. Just a second. All right, this is a forward movement taking stock, right? If you want to have a big move or start a new relationship or start a new job, right? Start a new career path. This is the kind of energy where you take stock of the very practical effects of that. The very practical things that need to be done in order for you to move forward. It's wonderful to dream and to come up with those castles in the sky. It's an important part of the process. I think you're a little past that at this point, and you're more looking now at, okay, I have this castle in the sky. I have these ideas about what I want to do next. How do I start building that path forward? Yeah. That's the question, right? So, this is a month to just take stock of that. Always remember what lights you up and what keeps you fueled. Also, always surround yourself with people that make you feel emotionally fulfilled. And like they will help you along the path emotionally. So while you're coming up with those practical details and you're holding things lightly, that you have people in your life that make you feel that you are safe and loved. That are practical on the emotional front. Because I do see this year as a bit of a revolutionary year for a lot of signs. It's a bit of a year of change. And now we're looking at the whole year ahead, right? So you just had your birthday, kind of starting on a new path. This is a big year. And you've been having a lot of questions. A lot of questions. A lot of you have questioned your careers. Some of you are in your 50s and 60s. And you're ready to start a new career. And that's a little scary. It doesn't always feel so reassuring when we realize we want to start on a new dream, right? It's a big process. And 2017 overall is going to be a big part of that process. So for you right now, I think the big thing is you're combing through the details. You're starting to really think on a practical level about how you can start the process. And, you know, this is a good lesson, I think, for Capricorns out there because you are so responsible and you're so good at getting things done and done right. What a great skill set to have. If you have that naturally in your life, man, is that great. But you need this Fool energy definitely this month to temper some of that need to understand exactly how every little piece is going to fall into place. It tempers it just enough to allow you to continue to think big. And like I said, you know, you have at the base of this reading is such positive. These 3 cards are such wonderfully positive cards. They're about abundance and dreaming big and being emotionally present. And you're going to have that. And you might have like a female presence in your life that's really helping you through this. I pick that up a lot, actually. The women in your life are going to be a big part of helping you to parse through the details. And remember what lights you up from the heart out. Because Capricorn, you're very practical. You're very good at just getting in there and doing the hard work. What a great thing to have. But you have a heart. You have a heart center. And you can't betray it. Just because you want to be on point as far as the work schedule that you've put out for yourself, right? We want you to find your heart center without it being you turning on yourself. This is my little warning card in this spread. I normally get these, and this one is here for you. It is telling you that you have to listen to your heart center. And like I said, there's some women in your life that are going to help you remember that. As you're parsing through these details, pay attention to what makes you light up and what feels really lackluster, or even in some cases feels really heavy. When we do work that we don't enjoy whatsoever, it feels heavy. Even if it's just a few hours a week of this project that you're working on, it's something that doesn't connect with your heart center whatsoever, it could feel like it takes up much more of your life than it actually does, because it's such onerous work when you don't love it. And the February is really asking you to connect in with that and think about it. That's a big part of going through these details. There's a promise here of some wonderful returns if you do this work. Things are going to start coming back for you as you parse through, especially if you stay true to your heart center. You're going to start seeing with clarity. Here, let me try and pull this up. You're going to start seeing with clarity the next step. It's going to start coming up over that horizon on the ocean, and it's going to be clear. And you're going to somehow know how to get practical things done as it comes onto the horizon. And it's very interesting here because we have these dual things. For the most part, it's just positive cards, you guys. It's slow and steady wins the race, which I know you can get behind. It's funny because I have this whole process here. I think for you, February is going to be a process. You're going to really see from the beginning to the end of this short little month that you're going to start off with the 2 of Wands, planting your seeds, thinking practically, and you're going to end up with the 3 of Wands, watching it come back to you like a boomerang. Because there's a promise here of a new door opening. We have the Ace of Cups and the 10 of Cups. A whole mini process is going to go on for you, Capricorn. Very powerful. It's a very powerful process when you can sit there, think about what connects with you emotionally, start planting the seeds, and then have the returns start appearing for you. That requires patience. I know you're going to want to get on it. You're going to want to start doing. You're going to want to start building. You're going to want to start putting the hours in. You're going to want to have a conversation with your boss. And if you're looking for love, you're going to be wanting to push. Like if you just met somebody, you're going to be wanting to call them up and say, let's figure out the fine details of this and get moving. But here's the thing. The undertone in this reading is beautiful. I mean, it's all positive for the most part, right? You have the Fool and you have Judgment. You're going to see clearly. There's a beginning and an end, an alpha and omega in this reading that is really beautiful because you're going to see the whole picture. But the only way you're going to get there, Capricorn, is if you take some time. If you have erratic behavior where you're throwing it at situations, whether it's love or work or career or family, and you just want a resolution. You want it to like come back around full circle. You're going to kind of betray yourself. You're going to get stuck in this. So February isn't going to be about you making all the movements all the time. You're going to find yourself very embattled if you do that. And it won't necessarily feel very good or fruitful, right? Because yes, we have the Ace of Cups to the Ten of Cups. We have the Fool to the Judgment. Those are amazing full cycles, right? That's going to be your inner work as you're working through this. Because what you're doing is you're setting the stage. You're setting the stage for the promise for this. You're setting the stage for that emotional fulfillment. And setting the stage is not the same as pushing hard against stuff and trying to force it to happen. I get it. You are action-oriented people. It's one of your greatest qualities. You're not going to wallow around and wait around and procrastinate and make up excuses. You want to see results. And you will. Because like I said, this is one of those years that's going to be a whole process. It's going to unfold over a course of months, especially going into the summer energy. And so a lot of signs this month, I'm telling them to go back over the details. I'm telling them to go back over their dreams. I'm telling them to reconnect with their heart center because it's going to be very action oriented as the months progress. And if you push too hard, like I was going to say before, if you push too hard, like you're starting to see somebody and you want to like have a life plan, push it forward, let's go. They are going to resist this month. They're not going to be ready for that. To just start implementing new life plans. This is a wonderful month to communicate, first and foremost with yourself. Like that Judgment card, for me, this is like the best communication you can have because it's clear as day. It's not ambiguous. It's strong. It's present. It helps you see forward and clear. That's what it's all about. Seeing the path before you step on it. Seeing the way forward before you rush in there. I think, Capricorn, you can understand that very well. And I do think that there is a love element here because there's a lot of water in this spread. You have the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Cups. Those are all such gooey cards because those are cards of love, of fulfillment emotionally. And I'm pulling out some clarifiers with my Cosmic Tarot because I love this deck so much. And these are general clarifiers because I'm just getting the overarching energy for you. Nine of Cups came out. Fruition, once again. So I'm really getting an emotional undertone here. For some of you, you might have seen some growth in your relationship, and you might be really feeling in February that there's this slow process of moving forward and connecting at a deeper level, where you feel safe, Capricorn, because you can sometimes be very guarded. You want to be practical. You want to be on point. And that can make you a little bit guarded. But having this much water energy suggests to me that you're going to be open to the idea of allowing somebody in to help you create these plans. And for those of you who are single and who are looking for love, here's the thing. I got the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Swords along with the Nine of Cups. These two cards right here are movement forward. Major movement. Open doors and moving on it. And this card is, I mean, look at it. I don't even have to say anything. Look at all those full cups. This is communion at a very deep level. So for those of you looking for relationships, I think you are going to find a lot of movement in that area. But once again, here's the thing. Allow the process to unfold. Allow yourself to enjoy the beginning of a courtship. There's no need to push yourself into the next thing. That's kind of the underlying tone here with the full cycles that I'm getting in this spread with the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups and the Fool and the Judgment card. I know I've repeated this a couple of times, but it's a reminder to stay present here in February. Like if you're just seeing somebody, just enjoy how exciting it is to go on those first dates, to get a text from them in the middle of the day. That is such a beautiful part of the process. And it gives you a glimpse into the bigger picture. I mean, Capricorn, you have an intuitive sense of the bigger picture. You get where you are in the bigger picture, and you're going to see glimpses of that. But it doesn't mean you should act erratically and just start jumping on every opportunity and pushing and trying to make it happen. So once again, you will feel like you are locked in a battle with yourself even, not let alone others. So just remember that, because it's okay to take a deep breath. The wheels are turning for you. The ideas are coming to you. The plans and the processes and the bigger picture are going to come to you. And you're almost going to be having like cosmic downloads for how to move forward next. But it does require a certain level of well-being and presence in the current moment. And I do think, when I look at this Empress card, this is the energy I want you to have, Capricorn, this month. Do you see how she's sitting there? She's self-possessed. She's not in a rush to get off her throne and hike off into the sunset. She's taking the time to be present here and now. That's what you need. Be emotionally present. You gotta lock in with your heart energy. That's where you're gonna get that clarity of vision. And it's also where you're gonna get that movement in your love life. Here's the thing, as soon as you lock into your heart energy, things will move. And they will move in their own time. And they will move very naturally and caringly toward you. And you deserve it, and you are going to have it. Like I said, this is a setup. We are setting the stage. And this is a great month to practice being present with your heart center. And like I said, just go over those details. Start thinking practically, and then start living in the moment. And yes, that is a question of balance. That is a question of thinking and waiting. Planning and waiting. This card right here says it all, baby. Planning and waiting. But I see a lot of beautiful love energy coming in. A lot of self-love, a lot of self-clarity, and connecting in. This is a month where you are going to connect with your deeper self, with your higher self. It's going to feel very good for you. So take that opportunity whenever you can. And don't fight it, you guys. I know you want to have the action. It's coming. It's coming, believe me. But the more you fight it, the more frustrated you're going to get, and the less you're going to feel like you're heart-centered. And I want that for you this month. So my beautiful Capricorns, I hope you have a beautiful February. It is going to be one of those months that really helps you to see, so that you can be that much more effective down the road. As 2017 unfolds, you are going to be surprised how things click in. So taking this time to enjoy before the curtain rises, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, I hope you have a beautiful February. I will see you back here for March readings, and I will link my website and my email below so you can get in touch with me if you wanted a private reading or you just have a question to send my way. And I hope you have a beautiful February. I think I've said that about 10 times now. So anyway, that's probably a sign I should quit and close this video down. Once again, I will see you guys in March. Bye.